At Flavour Kitchen and Wine Bar, we also do brunch on Sundays from 11 to 3. Complimentary mimosas with brunch. So today I'm going to do a dish that is significant to brunch. I call it Fish and Fowl. Here we have a dry jumbo diver sea scallop that I'm going to pair with house smoked salmon and top off with sunny side up quail eggs. Little birds, quail, make little eggs. Cool. They aren't like your regular eggs that you all know, white or brown, doesn't matter what color they are. The inside's always yellow. These eggs have a hard shell, but there is a soft membrane between the shell and the actual egg. So we need to cut it with a knife first before we crack them. These scallops I locally source. They're sweet to a fact that it seems as if somebody feeds them apples. That's how sweet they are. We're gonna put a nice pan-sear crust on them with leaving the center of it mid-rare to medium. A little translucent for those of you that don't understand the temperature stuff. I'm gonna put it on top of a sweet corn pancake that I already made for you. Stay tuned, I'm sure there's a video coming up with that also. And then finish it with a hollandaise sauce. That also is for another day. So let's get cooking. First things first, we want to get a hot saute pan. I like using Teflon for obvious reasons, it doesn't stick. Before we do that, we need to season our sea scallop. Salt, kosher salt, not too much. I want to take away from the flavor of the scallop, and black pepper, freshly cracked. Put a little bit of salt on the plate so that you can do the other side. Same thing with the pepper. Now a little bit of oil, and just a little bit. We're not frying the scallops, we're sauteing it. And we're gonna put the flatter of the two sides down. See how big that scallop is? It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Move it around in a circle, making sure it does not stick. And then we just let it sit. If you go and shake it, it's never gonna get that brown crispy texture that we're looking for. We only need to cook these scallops for around 3 minutes on each side. See that? See that color? See how it's starting to caramelize? The sweetness in the scallop is starting to caramelize. We're gonna put it back for another couple more minutes. Yeah, it's hot. There's tools you can use, but I'm a little dense sometimes. First, we get a super slick saute pan with a little bit of oil. I also like to use cooking spray, so make sure it really doesn't stick. Look at that. Look at the beauty in that color. Now you have color, you have flavor. Again, you don't want to overcook these scallops because you want to keep them intact. You want to keep the integrity of the actual animal. Let's crack some eggs. We're gonna take the knife, sharp end of the knife, obviously, and we're gonna make an incision. You don't want to go all the way through the egg. You just want to crack the shell enough to go through that thicker under membrane that holds the shell onto it. I'm gonna do it again, and then just like any other egg, open it up. Same thing, open it up and set it down. Because the eggs are so small, the second we put them in the pan, we turn it off. Done. Salt, a little bit of pepper. All right, we're on to our 3rd minute in our scallop here. As you can see, the other side is just as equally as brown and delicious. Caramelized flavor, we turn that off. Watch this. See how I'm pushing into it and it's springing back at me? That's gonna be a perfectly medium rare cooked scallop. That's what you want. If you overcook the scallops, it will be like eating a handball, and it is an unenjoyable experience. So this is why you wanna cook the scallops a little bit less. After you bite into it, if it's not your fancy, you want them cooked a little more, you can always put them back in the oven for another minute or two. But if you overcook them, then you gotta throw it away and start over. So let's create our plate. I have my sweet corn pancake and my house smoked salmon that we spoke about earlier. Now, me and my bright ideas, I'm gonna use my tools so I don't burn my fingers. And we're gonna take our scallop, which is perfectly cooked, right on top. We're then gonna take our sunny side up quail eggs and slide them right over the top. Little hollandaise sauce, one on each egg. And then finish it with a little scallions. The only thing missing here is a mimosa.